Right. A summation and forecast. Let me now summarize for you some of the points of importance in this instruction. 1. The fourth ray of harmony through conflict is a controlling factor in human affairs at all times, and peculiarly today. 2. The principle of conflict is the agent of the principle of harmony and produces the strains and the stresses which will lead finally to liberation. 3. The great initiation of the renunciation, plus the many smaller renunciations, is the result of inner conflict and ever precedes liberation into harmony and peace. 4. Conflict produces war, renunciation, liberation. 5. Humanity is subjected to crises of discrimination, leading to right choice. That is the problem confronting humanity today, leading to a crisis within the United Nations. 6. The hierarchy is subjected to crises of decision, leading to perception of the plan, participation in the purpose, and the prevention of evil. 7. The principle of conflict is today active in all nations, and all religions, and all organizations, leading to the emergence of the New Age. 8. Conflict produces points of crisis, then a point of tension, and eventually a point of emergence. 9. The principle of conflict is preparing the way for the return of the Christ, who will inaugurate the new era of harmony. 10. Christ will come in three different ways. A. Through the overshadowing on the mental plane of all disciples and aspirants. B. Through the pouring out of love or of the Christ consciousness upon the masses on the emotional plane. And C. Through his recognized physical presence upon earth. 11. Certain nations are today torn with conflict but are moving toward harmony. Other nations are focal points of discord and thereby serve the principle of conflict. 12. The USSR, the USA, and the UK constitute a governing triangle of energy which, when right relations have been established, can and will create and foster right human relations among men. 13. The Jewish race is a symbol of humanity and its mass sense. In the resolution of its conflict and in the taking of right action, a great step forward in human liberation will take place. 14. As the individual disciple learns to harmonize himself through conflict, he sets an example which is of definite aid to humanity as a whole. What can I prophesy? What may I foretell in relation to human affairs and of the future ahead of the race? I would remind you that even the hierarchy of spiritual and liberated souls, the Church of God invisible, knows not the way that humanity will choose to go. General trends are watched and possibilities are considered. The energies pouring into the human family are directed and manipulated, and conditions can frequently be adjusted, but men decide for themselves direct action. They make their own choices and exert unimpeded the free will with which they may at any time be equipped. I prophesy not because I do not know. I can, however, say that the issues at stake are now becoming so clear that the right decision is more possible than at any other time in human history. Unless, therefore, emotional stresses are too acute, humanity will decide upon right action eventually. Emotions are, however, running high, and the spiritual people of the world are not sufficiently aroused as yet to handle them. It is the arousing and the awakening to the critical nature of the time and to the world problems which is immediately needed, and this all men of good will should regard as their paramount duty. As I earlier remarked, if the trends which are today being established are rightly developed, the hierarchy does not foresee the immediacy of war. War can be averted if the nations are fully occupied with the task of reconstruction, and if an educational program in right human relations is launched and systematically and most carefully carried out. If the subjective relations between the nations are emphasized and the outer frictions and the objective disagreements are ignored, a great fusion of human interests can take place. This will be binding and lasting. If the cleavage between separateness and right relations is clearly to be seen, men will know of themselves what action they should take. In the war raging today between conflicting ideas, it is essential that this cleavage be made abundantly clear. Only the voice of a trained public opinion and the intelligent demand of the masses for right human relations can save the world from chaos. If this is so, then the duty of each individual disciple, man of goodwill and intelligent thinker, is also clear. Let me bring the theme to a close with this thought and this indicated action.